Hey, I don't normally do unboxing videos, but this is kind of different, so I thought maybe I would this time. This is all the rage. You can see a zillion videos out there of these Tom Studio pens. This is the Lumos Duo, which means that you can have two different tips in the pen and two different inks in the pen at the same time. It is not a fountain pen. And it comes in a lot of cool colors, little aluminum deal. This is, I don't know, mint or moss or something like that. And it has you put a little tip in there. Or in there, both ends, remember? And the tips, it's not a fountain pen, although Tom's has started making fountain pens. Tom's Studio, that is. Oh, look, it got a little sample ink bottle, which I won't be using. So there's an instruction booklet, but I'm not gonna read the instructions because that's how I roll. Okay, maybe I'll read the instructions, but right now we're gonna. All right, so these are the tips. Huge set of them. And I don't know. I guess I'll go for whatever 0.5 W is. And I think you just kind of, I probably should know which way it goes in, right? That's probably an important thing. I don't think it's that way. All right, you know what? I think this twists off. I think that's what this is for, is to help you twist off this little deal. Yes, there we go. Perf. And I don't know whether that's supposed to come out or not, but we're not gonna take it out. And so then I'm gonna assume that the long bit goes in there, and then we screw this back on. That's what I'm gonna assume. Okay, that's not really working. Okay, I'm using a little more force now to push that in there. See, there's like a little knobby thing there. I'm guessing that little knobby thing wants to rest right against that nipple. So that's how I'm doing it. Again, there are directions. See, directions, which I'm not looking at. Okay, and then use this to put that back on. Handy, very handy. Now, here's the question. So, I kind of feel like this ought to come out of here. Because there's a cotton swab deal that, here are the extras, the cotton swabs, but there should be one in the package, I would think. There's a cotton swab deal that sucks up the ink. Let's look in the other end that I haven't put a little nibby in yet. Let's see if we can get anything else to twist open. I wonder if you use this to do something. No. All right, shit. I don't want to, these threads are plastic. This little bit's metal, but the threads are plastic, so I want to be careful about how I screw that on. And I'm gonna have to look at the instructions. Grab the tip holder and unscrew it from the body of the pen. You'll reveal the reservoir, which you can easily pop in and out. Really? I didn't find it so easy. Okay, let's do this again. This thing really doesn't want to unscrew from the body of the pen. That's the deal. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just had to force it a little bit. There we go. And that's the sleeve. So there's like some kind of cotton or something in here. And that's what sucks up the ink. And that's kind of the magic of this that I wanted to see. You know, I hope the phone is not picking up the mowers that have started up since I started this video. So you just stick this down in the ink, and I'm using some Birmingham ink. Oops, see how it's going up into the cotton wad? Sorry for my dirty fingernails, I've been working in the garden. And then it should appear at the, there we go, now it's coming up into the little tip. Can you see that? Cool, that's really cool. This is Birmingham Bonsai, by the way. All right, that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put this back on, I guess. I'm gonna use this little protective thing to screw it. Where did that little metal piece, there's that little metal piece that goes on there. The tip should come through the end of this metal piece. It does. There we go. Just again, this thing is really handy, by the way. You could probably do it without, but it helps you get a good grab. All right, so now we can do the same thing on this end, but I'm not going to. I'm going to turn the camera around and see how this little dealy bob writes. All right, we're ready to go. I've got some Tomoe River paper, and this is the Tom's Studio Lumos Duo. Okay, the first thing I'm noting, there's no give to it at all, at least this nib. Or tip, I shouldn't call it a nib, this tip. But it's really forgiving of all kinds of angles, and I appreciate that. I'm thinking this would be a nice pen to use with my B+ notebook for when I want to take tiny little notes. It feels nice. I mean, it's not a fountain pen, but it feels kind of nice, and it's another way to play with inks. And because, I'm not going to open the package right now, but because you can get these additional cottons, you can store ink and switch it out. And I've seen from other videos on the YouTube that they rinse out pretty easily, so that, we'll see how that goes. But I think I'm going to enjoy this. It's really light. It's aluminum, really, really light. And like I say, it comes in fun colors. Some of the nibs, points rather, I keep saying nibs. You can see some of the points, like there's a chisel point and a brush. Let's see, is this brush flexible? Not really. But for people who want to like do ink drawings, man, I would give anything if I had the talent to do a pen and ink drawing. Anyway, for people who want to use these things for drawing, for sketching, you have a variety of nibs, points, not nibs, points to choose from, tips to choose from. I don't know how long these tips last, They are plastic. I would think they would last a pretty long time. I don't know how many, oh, there's a little ant. I don't know how many rinsings, washouts the ink reservoirs can take, but I think I'm gonna have some fun with this.